Coming at you. I'm gonna make a video instead of a short video, and just go over a few things today. So we have been talking about the bonds. We're not talking about bonds. Bonds. What a bond is. It's basically a certificate that you get from the government or a bank, from the government bank, and you get to put in money. And again, it could change every year, but now it could change every sometimes they go over all these rulings. So again, at 5% having a bond, yeah, you're doing really well. At buying a house at 8%, you're not doing well. But if you sell your house and make the money and go buy something practical, you don't have to pay 8% interest on the house. Yeah, you're doing good. That's really high, guys. So I mean, guys, what happens is this. Now I've heard different information about what happens with jobs and everything. So it does affect the housing market because people want to live in a house. They do not want to live homeless, and I have been homeless. It sucks. Really wish it never happened, but it does happen, guys. So like people lose their jobs, and the government will help you out if you're smart enough to do all the helping out that the government helps out you. I've never done it. My family has never given me, they've given me help and stuff, but I should take advantage of that kind of stuff if would need be. My parents have taken care of that kind of stuff with themselves. So anyways, long story short is, I've never really done that. I'd rather suffer and pay the consequences later, but I've never done that. So anyways, buying a house has a lot to do with the job, the equity, the inflation, the recession, and all that stuff. Yeah. If people are not working, then they don't buy a house. That's just simple as that. I don't know how anybody buys a house or affords anything. So again, I just keep going over a lot of things too. When making certain points, like when you don't work, you can actually go grab this thing called workers' comp. So if you work for a company for 6 years, you can go get workers' comp, or you can get they'll give you if you quit or you leave or something happens, mentally breakdown, they will pay you workers' comp for I don't know, until you get yourself back on your feet. And let's talk about workers' comp because people have breakdowns. I've had a few breakdowns from working. I work for myself. I work for my father. I work for other companies too, and organizations. But workers' comp will give you money. So for 6 years, you have money in this thing called workers' comp. So most people who give you a check and everything, they should have it by law that you are, you're put into workers' comp. So it's not free money. You put the money into it. Same thing if you have a simple IRA. So if you have you're working for a good company, you're making $70,000. Yeah, you're pretty much set as long as you don't lose your job and everything. But then if you lose your job and everything, you can transfer everything over to whatever you owned. Even if you own your own business, you can just pay it to the same thing you do. You just you have to work. You have to figure it out yourself. So what I'm thinking too, I might be ranting on this, but you want to learn about money as first, what you're making before you go out there and just start, setting up companies or, setting up different kind of, NPOs, because you don't start up an NPO unless you have another business. So I always thought just start an NPO and then claim no, you have to give everything back to the business, everything. They will come get you if you have an NPO. So again, there's certain things that you have to have, licenses. You have to register your business as whatever the heck it's going to be called. And I watched this other video. I know this is off topic too about it, but I watched another video about the rise and fall of very wealthy people. Well, they come up with good ideas. They're entrepreneurs. They're the same thing as I do. And they start buying. So the first thing they start getting involved is stock. Stock is the first thing. Real estate's the second thing. And after they figure all that kind of stuff, then they go into having a business. Because then you can have clients. Then you can have connections. I mean, really, to be totally honest with you, if I know the people that I know, I could probably run a business with no money. I could just barter something cool and get it back. And then if it's called supply and if it's a demand, because there's a lot of supply and not a lot of demand for something. Like last night, I watched a guy talk how he got wealthy doing printing presses and stuff, like making like newspaper press. Again, digital took that whole thing out. So you have to know when the times are going to come in, and there's going to be a new fluctuation of AI possibly, and yeah. So like. So instead of making 5 or 6 videos, I'm just gonna make, this is getting to 5 minutes now. Sorry, I'm just like looking at the time, guys, because I could talk forever. So if the fluctuation of jobs come in, yeah, it's gonna take out people who have you know, very like monotonous jobs doing the same thing, like whatever, stacking something or bringing plywood to, I don't even know, guys, something like that. But yeah, those jobs are taken now. They have robots that are like moving dump trucks and stuff and moving stuff, but there's somebody driving them. There's something like moving. It's not like they just figure out everything, because there's a lot of different stuff with excavation and moving stuff. So another thing, how did I get this way? How did I get rich or wealthy? I did construction. So when I was younger, like 18, I did construction. I was younger than that. I was probably just 17. I was in high school doing construction. So I've been doing construction now for probably 25 years now. Like not on fully, but I've known about construction, doing stuff hands-on, building. Like probably like 10 years in the whole business of doing it. 8, 10 years in the whole business and moving around with it. So you have to have like 10 years, like a college scholarship. Okay, so I hope everybody watches this. This is, the news on the stock and everything. I know we haven't gotten into trading, but it's not 7 o'clock a.m. here. So subscribe, like, and hope this goes viral. Bye.